I'm not the biggest Assassin's Creed fan, but I have enjoyed my relatively limited time with the series, especially Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. But a few weeks ago, I had an itch. So, after it spent nearly a year gathering dust in my Steam library, I installed Assassin's Creed Revelations. And within about a dozen hours, uninstalled it. I could tell almost immediately that it wasn't going to scratch the itch I had for a sandbox game about moving from rooftop to rooftop. And if Assassin's Creed couldn't scratch that incredibly specific itch, then what could? After going through my backlog for a bit, I quickly found my answer. I really liked inFamous Second Son. Like, a lot. A lot more than I thought I would, for that matter. I liked inFamous 1 and 2, but they never really commanded my attention in the way this game did. It's not a masterpiece by any means. It has some serious narrative pacing problems in the third act, and a lot of other nitpicks I could bring up, but I did end up playing it 3 times back to back, with it becoming the 7th Platinum trophy I've ever gotten on my PSN account, and will most likely play it again in the near future just for funsies. On paper though, I should have reacted to it the same way I reacted to Revelations. Both are sprawling action sandbox games set in urban environments where you gradually unlock new moves and abilities with a heavy emphasis on stylish world traversal. Sure, inFamous has that set of crisp and enjoyable shooting mechanics with superpowers, and yeah, I like that more than Revelation's weak pseudo-stealth, and yeah, it has a really well-written story with a cast of super enjoyable characters, but so did Crackdown and Arkham City, and while I liked both of those games, I only played them once. So, what was it about Second Son that kept me grabbed for so long? It's simple. It's the reason why I hated Grand Theft Auto 4 but loved the Saints Row games. It's the reason why I find Twilight Princess a little boring, but will still occasionally pop in Wind Waker and just explore. And it's the reason why I uninstalled Assassin's Creed Revelations and will never replay inFamous 1 and 2, but dumped 47 hours into Assassin's Creed 2 and earned the Platinum Trophy in inFamous Second Son. It felt so unbelievably good to move. To be clear, I'm not referring to the movement of the actual character when you hold forward on the stick, although that is also usually true as well. I mean, it felt good to move from place to place across broad swaths of the map as fast as possible with whatever means the game provides you. Be that cars, parkour, or yes, superpowers. You see, in Revelations, moving typically looks like find pre-designed path, hold forward to go down that path, reach the end of that path, find new pre-designed path, rinse and repeat. Meanwhile, in Second Son, due to its effective use of a mechanic where you can absorb up to 4 different kinds of superpowers, movement can look radically different from moment to moment depending on what specific set of powers you have at any given second. Let me give you an example. Let's say in Second Son you want to get to the top of a skyscraper, and then jump from that building to one that's about 2 blocks away. You could just, climb it, if you're a normal, boring human. You jump. Or, using smoke power, you can find a vent to smoke dash into, jump off the roof, air dash again, hover towards a vent, use that to gain vertical boost, letting you air dash one more time and land on the rooftop. Alternatively, you could use neon powers to simply light dash up the building, use a dash jump to cover massive distance towards the building, hover for a bit, light dash jump again, then light dash up the rest of the building again. And there's still 2 other powers that grant their own interesting and unique ways to bridge this gap. These setups allow for a huge amount of player choice and expression in the moment, and allow you to perform a kind of movement improv in a way that I haven't quite felt in a AAA game since Mirror's Edge. It's more than just variety, though, that makes Second Son's movement so good. It's that it requires skill. Movement in Second Son has a skill cap, just as its combat did, just as the movement in Mirror's Edge had a skill cap. The sound and visual design for the movement effects help this to be sure, as they are absolutely amazing on their own, but what makes it so powerful is that you're the one who ultimately enables it to look and feel as good as it does. It's pretty obvious just by looking at it. I got one of my friends who'd only lightly touched the game to play for a bit, and this is what their movement looked like. Conversely, this is what my movement looked like. Looks a bit smoother, doesn't it? This isn't to brag, it really doesn't take that long to get movement to be this fluid, but it does take some time, and that's the point. We saw this change in action last year, with Metal Gear Solid 5 switching to an open-world level design, and while certain elements of that game are wanting, you'd be hard-pressed to find many people saying that the shift to an open world wasn't a successful and beneficial one, myself included. It might not be the best Metal Gear, but I found it to be the most fun Metal Gear, in no small part just because of how fun it was to get around. From the horse to the walker to the jeeps and tanks that all controlled distinctly yet enjoyably, it was just pure and simple fun to get around the world of MGS5. We saw The Witcher 3 make this change last year as well. Now I'm left wondering how great it would be if The Elder Scrolls 6 made that change too. Or maybe I should say went back to it, given how good levitating and teleporting in Morrowind felt. And I'm left wondering what Revelations could have done differently to hook me. No pun intended. I'm most likely being too hard on Revelations here. And it does suffer substantially from being the fourth game in a series that has basically not changed its movement mechanics at all since Game 1. It would probably feel good if it were the first game in a new series, but I can safely say that I only would have played that game once, just as I only played Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and Brotherhood once, in the same way I've only played GTA 4 once, and even inFamous 1 once. Meanwhile, I've replayed Sands of Time and Mirror's Edge far more than once, replayed San Andreas to death, and now Platinum Trophied Second Son, and I think that says something. Many games have a problem of focusing only on what happens at point A and point B, while ignoring how the time and space between point A and B can be interesting on its own. But if Second Son calls anything to light for me, it's how enjoyable that middle space can be made by just adding some amount of skill and variety to it. Hell, this is basically what the platformer genre is all about. I have plenty of positive memories of Delsin cracking wise, Reggie playing the perfect straight man, fights with the dupes and explosive boss battles, but for every one memory I have of those things, I have two more of just getting to those events and thinking just how damn cool I looked and felt doing it. It's something I think more games should strive for. Hey guys, Ryan here, thanks for watching. I know I focus mainly on Second Son here, but feel free to let me know what games you guys have played that you think have killer world traversal. I'm always down for some recommendations. For those of you wondering, the Kamiya video will be up next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or don't, I don't control you. Peace.